The world #1 had just been 2 points from a place in the semifinals. And minutes later, sitting in front of the cameras, she said this: "I just want to quit tennis right now." Quarter-finals, the opponent, number 25 seed Diana Shnaider. Sabalenka took the first set 6-3, she led the second 5-4 and stepped up to serve for the match. From there, she lost the final 10 games of the contest, the third set, love 6. By the end, she'd piled up 57 unforced errors. How far that loss shook her was written all over the press conference. "No thoughts, no emotions," she said, "no words to make sense of it." Then the line everyone replayed, she just wanted to quit, right there and then. On the windy conditions, she admitted she'd actually played well in them for nearly 2 sets. It just, in her words, slipped away, because mentally, she wasn't okay. But here's the part that tells you it wasn't really goodbye. Asked how on earth she'd bounce back, she paused, then smiled. She'd figured it out, she said, one of those rage rooms where you smash everything. She'd spend the whole next day in there, destroying stuff. Maybe it'll help, maybe not. Hardly the words of someone walking away, a heat-of-the-moment reaction, not a retirement. Once the quote went out, the fanbase didn't split in 2, it split in 3. First, the mockery. A spectacular collapse, even by her late slam standards. Maybe she never wins another major. Too emotional, mentally fragile, that 57-error stat became ammunition. Second, the sympathy. On the other side, people pointed at the conditions. The wind was brutal, they said, they should have shut the roof. The world #1, they argued, deserved better than to play in that. But the loudest lane was the third one, the accountability backlash. When Sabalenka pointed to the wind, the roof, and the scheduling, the pushback came fast. A 4-time major champion taking aim at tournament organizers isn't a good look. To them, it read as deflection. Lost in the noise around Sabalenka was the player on the other side of the net. Diana Shnaider, 22, was into a Grand Slam semi-final for the very first time. This wasn't a fluke artist, 5 WTA titles already, and a 1000-level crown in doubles. Her response to stunning the #1? In her words, speechless and super happy. While one star talked about quitting, another had just arrived. Move past the timeline, and the press saw a pattern, not a one-off. The recurring theme of her career, they wrote, is freezing in the decisive moments. And even last year's final collapse didn't come close to this surrender. At 5-4, 30-30 in the second, she was 2 points from her 13th major semi-final in 14 tries. One detail analysts kept circling, we just don't see Sabalenka bageled in a third set. Even in defeat, her deciding sets are usually tight. A 6-love final set is the alarming part. Not the loss itself, but the way the floor fell out. Mock her or defend her, one thing didn't change. Despite the loss, Sabalenka stays world #1 through Wimbledon. And fittingly, Wimbledon is the one Grand Slam where she's never even reached the final. The road to her recent majors is lined with painful ones. The 2025 and 2026 Australian Open finals, the 2023 US Open, the 2025 French Open. Big stages that didn't go her way. Scar tissue, as it's been called. "I want to quit" may just have been that scar tissue, finally speaking out loud. The world #1 said she wanted to quit, then joked about smashing a room to pieces. The fans laughed, or defended her. The analysts saw an old pattern at its worst. But here's the thing, in Paris, Sabalenka wasn't the only one who fell. Sinner, Djokovic, Gauff, Swiatek, the champions kept disappearing. This Roland-Garros is doing something tennis has never seen before. That story, next time.